Hey guys, and welcome to our update on September 17th, 2023. So we're starting off today with our radar, and looks very complex indeed. So, starting over the north of Scotland, we can see that we've got outbreaks of heavy rain, um, stretching down, especially over the west of Scotland, down towards Northern Ireland. Across Ireland, we've got a showery burst of rain in the east, some heavy, and some general heavy rain over Wexford and also towards Wicklow. This extends towards northwest Wales, the Isle of Man, and also towards northern England. A very heavy line from Leeds towards Preston here. Further south over large portions of England, Wales is quite dry, apart from a few showers. Although down towards the English Channel, also towards the south coast of Britain right now, we're seeing some severe thunderstorms breakouts into Normandy in France, into the Channel, into Brighton, Southampton, now pushing towards London. So some big storms towards the south of the UK tonight, moving northwards, I'd say, towards Cambridge, East Anglia, possibly towards the Midlands as well, towards the early hours of the morning. So a very thundery night for the UK. There is a warning in force for this stuff, a yellow warning for storms from the UK Met. So there's basically a chance of disruption from severe storms. You can check it out if you'd like. Anyway, moving on from this, but basically Ireland is seeing rain in the east, and this should intensify over the next few hours as the cold front does move in. This is the UKV 5-day forecast, so we can see it today was a wet day in the east especially, and that rain currently in the east will get heavier as we go towards midnight and the early hours of the morning before slowly clearing away towards the Irish Sea. And you can see that big thundery outbreak over the UK. I just want to compare it to the actual picture. So this is the UKV forecast for today at 11 p.m. So the storms are actually really quite restricted towards London and the southeast, but on the radar, look, they're stretching even as far west as Weymouth and Poole, and they're heading northwards. So these could move like this anywhere south and east of this line here is at risk of storms tonight. That is quite a wide area, but this only has it going from London towards the Wash and that sort of area. Anywhere southeast of that line. Going off into tomorrow, the cold front moves eastwards and opens the door to a showery and gusty westerly winds with downpours, possibly with hail, being brought along. So quite an autumnal day tomorrow. Now tomorrow night into Tuesday morning, we see a warm front come in from the west. That brings some widespread rain, heavy at times, especially towards the north. And into Tuesday itself, the front lingers in the north, but it goes dry for a time elsewhere before a cold front comes through on Tuesday night and reintroduces the heavy rain. Actually, I think the rain on the cold front should be heavier than the rain on the warm front. So you can see some very intense rain there on Wednesday morning. That clears by 6 a.m. And Wednesday sees sunshine showers, some heavy and thundery. Into Thursday, we should see starting off sunny and dry, but we keep going and showers do form. Now this little feature here, this more organised band of showers. Yesterday, it seemed as though it would come over lands, but on this run, it's staying offshore. So there is uncertainty about this, but the ploughing is on, so this is good news. if the large band of showers is staying offshore. Into Thursday night and Friday morning, we see some showers peppering the north coast. And on Friday, these do spread inland for a time before dying away into Friday afternoon. Friday sees northerly winds, so quite a cold day, I think, on Friday. Not cold, but just chilly. This is the temperature forecast, so we can see the highest temperature today about 15 degrees widely, really. Tonight, the cold front moves through, so coldest in the west, and these cooler temperatures do move eastwards. So by Monday morning, about 10 to 11 degrees quite widely. Tomorrow, temperatures not rising very far actually. By 3 p.m. tomorrow, about 12 to 14 degrees. Pretty variable countrywide. And then into tomorrow night, into Tuesday morning, the coolest temperatures occur early in the nights, about 8 to 11 degrees. But then towards Wednesday morning, the cold air hangs on over Ulster, but elsewhere, temperatures rise to about 15 degrees quite widely, and that is as the warm front does move in. Tuesday morning, the cooler air really does struggle. I mean, it hangs on, and the warm air struggles to displace it. Actually, it stays cold all day for nearly all day for Ulster, up to 3 p.m. about 13 degrees or lower up to about 2 p.m. Scotland stays cold all day. Uh, the warmer air never really gets there, but for Ireland's highest temperatures on Tuesday, about 17 to 20 degrees, warmest in the East and Midlands. Going off into Wednesday morning, the cold front comes through. So Wednesday morning, right? 3 a.m. high teens quite widely, but by 6 a.m. low teens. So sharp drop in temperature as the rain moves through. Wednesday, a cooler day, 15 to 17 degrees, warmest in the east and southeast. Wednesday night, Thursday morning sees quite a cold night, about 5 to 8 degrees, under clear skies. Thursday, about 13 to 15 degrees. So we're seeing quite a big step change here in temperatures, really tumbling away. Into Friday morning, we see quite a coolish night, 8 to 11 degrees. And into Friday itself, again, 13 to 14 degrees. So about average for time of year. Autumn is coming. This is the NAO observed and GEFS forecast. So the NAO is the North Atlantic Oscillation, and where it's negative, we have the high pressure over the Azores weakened and a bit displaced, and the low pressure from Greenland and Iceland is further south than usual, and you generally have some sort of high pressure towards Iceland as well. And as you can see, that the NAO is currently negative, and it will get quite strongly so into the rest of the month. And by October 1st here, right at the very end of the scale, it's still negative. So this quite autumnal spell could be here to stay for quite a while. So this is the GFS 12Z run. Here we go. So say we see that low forming right over us, bringing a wet day, especially to the east. Also a lot of rain on the east coast. Into tomorrow, we see a low to the north dominating. So that brings a polar maritime air mass in from the west, and this brings showers and a cool feel. Into Tuesday, we see a warm sector move in. Upper air temperatures on Tuesday show it quite nicely. This big area of warm air. Into Wednesday, this cold front comes through. Clears it away quite nicely. And Wednesday's a day of sunshine and showers. If we go to Thursday, we see northerly winds coming in, and into Friday as well. So showers and sunshine, same old, same old. Into the weekend, briefly on Saturday morning, a bit drier, a transient ridge, but a Saturday morning does look quite cold. And then into Sunday, we see a deep low from the North Atlantic take over, bring in rain, I'd say, on Sunday. But after that, the high does ridge to our south quite tentatively. So that does try and settle things down, and it does for a time there towards the end of the month. Actually, it does so quite nicely into the 30th of September, also into early October. Things do warm up. Upper temperatures by then are very warm for October. The +10 Celsius ice is getting in. So that would get temperatures above 20 degrees. That would be very warm indeed. Look at that southerly flow. The ECM, so, so summer may not be done with this just yet. The ECM run, so you can see tomorrow's westerly winds come in from the Atlantic, bringing in showers, and into Tuesday we see this southwesterly move in, that warm sector we talked about. Into Wednesday, the cold front moves in, and the winds go more westerly to northwesterly. Into Thursday, the low just slinks away to north and east a bit, and by Friday, the winds in from quite a chilly northerly direction. Upper temperatures are cold or cool, with the 0 Celsius moving in. And that will make Saturday morning quite chilly under that quite cold air mass right there, and that ridge of high pressure. But that is soon swept away by that deep low to the west, and that does bring some wet and windy weather into Sunday. But after that ridge does try and build in. However, that low does exert more of an influence on the ECM, so that keeps it quite showery, I think, despite turning warmer into the end of September. The UK Met run at this. So again, we see tomorrow's low to the north, bringing in the showery winds from the west. Then the low moves in again from the west on Tuesday, bringing in more rain and also some warm and humid air. Into Wednesday and Thursday, we see the low towards the northeast, bringing in a cool and showery flow from the northwest. And after that, we see a transient ridge on Saturday morning, but that only makes way for a deep low on Sunday. Real storm there, bringing in some rain and winds, although the centre of the storm will be a long way away. The GEM run, looking at this. So again, we know what's happening. Tomorrow's low towards Iceland, bringing in a cool and showery wind from the northwest. Tuesday, we see a warm front in the morning, followed by a cold front in the evening on that active low. Into Wednesday, we see showers. Thursday and Friday, the low pulls a bit further east, allowing that northerly flow to come in. Upper temperatures of Friday are quite cool. Into Saturday and Sunday, that deep low to our west does move in. A bit further away with it, though, I think, on this run. And the high does try and build in there towards the end of the month. And actually, it does quite nicely. And winds go southeasterly. The +15 Celsius by October. Sorry, not October. Late September. That would be something. The icon. So we'll go through this quite quickly. We know it's going to be very unsettled, very wet and showery until Friday. Northerly winds on Friday, and then that deep storm moving in into the weekends. And very finally, we have the arpège. Let's see what it wants to show us this evening. Again, so westerly winds tomorrow. Very wet on Tuesday, especially on Tuesday nights. Very showery on Wednesday and Thursday, and cooler by Friday. So, looking very autumnal, guys. Well, for now, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.